Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go! Let's go!
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback.
Go, go, let's run.
5 yards on the game's. First play, 2nd down.
Who needs help? Who needs help?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Big stop, let's go.
From the gun, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
That's it. Look at it. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. You go tight. 8. You got 8. You got tight.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game.
He's checking crap.
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Let's go.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
I'm coming.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the Eagles' 45-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
So don't say nothing.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop, just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 11 now, Newton. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Newton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check Mike 15. Tighten up. Pull it together. Switch. 12.
Now it's Locke. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Packers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Locke gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Switch.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the Eagles' 29-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11Z. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That's it, baby.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Buying time to his left. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The backup Murray, his first throw. On the move to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides with that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Now Murray. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Roosevelt Nix taking it in. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Well, that's good for a 1st down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. 1st down, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Murray now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Geis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Murray. He finds Taylor, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kyler Murray scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Love, flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
11. Not today. 12.
Here's Lott. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To return is Taylor. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Murray going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd and 5.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great gain. Back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check three. Safe. Check it back.
Tight dog.
Murray now on first down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check out. 675. Go, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky. 36.
Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Let's put that team on the
They start on the ground with Geis. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. This is Geis. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On first down, this is Geis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. And they have secured a spot in the conference.